Ian, did you see that Nintendo Direct?
Yeah, I did see that Nintendo Direct. What a weird Nintendo Direct that was.
That was almost like when you're in first grade, figure out a way to repeat the sentence and say the same thing in a different way. You know?
Yeah, I'm good at that sometimes. So, what I thought was cool about it was they very much showed that the 3DS is not dead yet. And I was happy about that because I love the 3DS. Yeah.
That's IGN's.
Yeah, Pat, never ever muting your fucking computer before we start.
Blame IGN's auto ads with fucking 5-hour energy. All right, go.
Yeah, okay, I'll blame that. So, it was neat to see that. It was neat to see that they're going to be doing another Kirby game. It was neat to see that they're doing, I believe, a turn-based Monster Hunter RPG, which really, really is interesting to me because they've all been action-based. Almost
they've been more twitchy, right?
They're like Phantasy Star Online times 10 dungeon crawler crafting grinds. They're really fun. So, we're getting some more 3DS stuff. That's cool.
They're getting, let's see, Project. No, that's not. That's a Switch one.
No, this is all Switch stuff in the article I linked to. So,
thanks, Ian, for fucking submarining me. Anyway, go on.
I didn't. I even put it in the topic. So, that's cool. That was a cool thing. Another cool thing was we finally have release dates for ARMS and Splatoon 2, which are two very cool looking games for the Switch that people are definitely looking forward to, I believe. ARMS is June 11th, and Splatoon 2 is July 21st, which is actually earlier than I thought it might be.
ARMS looks more interesting the more they show it. It's a little bit more deeper, I think, than people originally gave it. I think originally people were like, well, this is sort of like Wii boxing, but for the Switch. So now you're looking at different types of attacks, different upgrades, different types of weaponry. It looks like there's some nuance to this.
I also think people calm the fuck down about it when they realize that it's not going to force motion controls.
That too.
So, you don't have to do this fucking punching shit. That's when I suddenly became very interested in it. So that was cool. But then they went on to announce a whole bunch of other shit that, at least in my opinion, took a bit of wind out of my sails. Now, they've got to announce this stuff at some point, I guess.
Are you talking 3DS or Switch?
Switch.
You're going to go back to the Switch? Okay.
We're going back to the Switch. I think that's far more important.
Okay.
Disgaea 5 Complete. Okay, cool. We've had Disgaea 5. That's been out. Payday 2. That game's about 4 years old.
When I saw that, I couldn't remember when that came out. I remember seeing a trailer for that. Was it 4 years ago?
At least, I think. 3-4 years ago. Sonic Forces. Okay, that's cool. Probably going to be multi-plat.
It's a new game.
That's a new game. That's a sequel to... that's the sequel, basically, to Sonic Generations.
Minecraft?
Yay!
It's got to be on your system, though.
Yeah, but it
has Nintendo pack built in.
Who doesn't? Great, exciting, so exciting.
Well, if you have a kid, they want to play Minecraft.
Sure,
that's not a system. How about the
Fate Extella? Okay, that's like a Dynasty Warriors type game. It came for the PS4 and Vita, so it's a port. Puyo Puyo Tetris is probably going to be a lot of fun on the Switch. Looking forward to it. It is being brought over for the PS4 and the Switch, so that's cool. Monopoly. Really? You feel like you need to show off Monopoly for the Switch? You're going to hype up Monopoly, one of the world's worst fucking board games?
I hope you bite through your tongue completely. I've been playing Monopoly games on consoles. Is that too harsh? Sorry. I've played the NES one. I used to play it on my fucking IBM XT. I love Monopoly video games.
You're exciting.
Okay.
Remember that tweet I made earlier about you having bad taste? Double time.
Taste this finger, asshole.
Double
Taste
time.
it. When they showed that Monopoly, It actually looked a little more interesting than I thought. I was neutral. I was like, I like the animations. I like it. You can take it and put it on your table because you have the tabletop mode, and you can have 4 controllers. I think it. Hey, if that's like a $30 game, why not? I'm not saying you're gonna spend $60 on that.
Okay.
Hey,
Well,
do people buy board games like old school board games anymore like that? Do they still play Clue?
I play board games a lot. Okay.
I'm not talking about tabletop games where now there's like 1,000 pieces and 4,800 rules. I'm talking about the traditional ones. All right, you're gonna go on.
You want me to be honest about something? Vani felt like I deserved something very nice after 6 months of this bullshit, and I woke up sick in bed at about 2 in the afternoon and rolled over and found a Switch on my bed.
Oh.
And one of the first games I got for it was Othello.
Yeah, okay, so you can fuck off then. Make fun of my Monopoly. How about you care about more Neo Geo games on the console coming?
Yes.
No.
So I love
Namco Museum?
Yeah.
Come on!
Yeah, but I mean, Cinemora EX. I beat Cinemora EX on the 360. I mean, it's a good game, but
Sonic
it's another
Mania.
fucking port.
That was a Kickstarter, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's pre-order. I have it pre-ordered for the PS4. Rayman Legends Definitive Edition. Great, a definitive edition of a game we've all been able to play before.
Let me just say this: they had Rolling Thunder show on the Nintendo Direct, and I was like, I'm getting hard.
This Namco Museum could be great if they just stop fucking around and put.
Hold on. Does only have like 9 games? Is that right?
No, that's what's announced so far. If they can just...
It better have what's on the fucking PS2 like anniversary one. There's like 35 games or whatever.
There's not even that many on the anniversary one.
You know what I'm
They
saying.
need to stop fucking around and just compile all of the various Namco museums together. This is not exciting.
You're not excited for Ultra Street Fighter 2? Insane Edition with first-person perspective Hadoukens. I don't know how that's going to work into the game. It just looked interesting.
Sort of.
But again, what are the prices of these? So if like Ultra Street Fighter 2 is like a $30 game,
It's not. It's 50.
then I'm not. Again, you can't sell me the same game again that I bought an Xbox 360 like 5 years ago for like $15.
I think it's just the same graphics. I don't think it's got the same balance tweaks. I hope
Well,
not.
they upgraded the graphics, and you can go back to the retro graphics.
and it adds Evil Ryu and Evil Ken.
I don't care. about that.
But so I understand that they're holding out for heavy hitters at E3.
Well, you got
Okay.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That's gonna do gangbusters.
Yes. So I'm okay with. So this is the thing. I'm okay with the. I don't know how to explain this. I'm okay with them announcing the release dates of those big games that we were all already looking forward to, right?
Okay.
But I feel like that this list of kind of lukewarm announcements, while some of these could be pretty cool, I feel like if depending on what type of gamer you are, you look at this and you see ports or multiplats. You're not seeing any exclusives. I don't see that getting a lot of people who are sitting on the fence getting super excited about it.
But Ian, right now there's not people sitting on the fence. I don't think that people understand that we are still in the springtime, and that's not common for a release, especially a Nintendo console, and it's still sold out everywhere.
I feel like it would have been better to withhold at least some of these less exciting things like Monopoly. And
You're just saying, from a marketing standpoint, don't show this as your main title.
Don't drop all of this at once. Keep some things like Monopoly and the Namco Museum out of this presentation.
Okay.
And then put it...
Don't even bring it up. You're saying just announce
slide
it
them out
aside.
at E3. Slide them out at E3 with everything else good that you've got, so that people don't think that this is all that's coming down the pipeline.
This is all that's coming down the pipeline for next couple months. This is in right now.
No, I know, but it's like, everyone who...
Well, who are you?
Everyone who wanted a Switch was basically okay with what was leading up to the rest of the year.
But this doesn't change what was announced before. It's not like they have canceled or pushed back stuff that was announced before it came out when they had their list of like 80 games or titles. You don't like the optics of it. You don't
Right.
like how.
No,
it
I'm
appears.
always looking at the psychological viewpoint of how this might appear to people.
I would say this: the dirty casuals won't start buying this until at least the summer, if not the fall. And then because summer you have kids on vacation, you buy something for them. The fall, obviously, that's when stuff usually comes out, new systems. And then for Christmas, everyone's going to buy it no matter what. So right now, it's just to keep the early adopters satisfied.
Right.
And they are, because there's one fucking huge game on the system that if you bought that game, you're good for the next 5 months.
Bomberman's good.
And Bomberman for you, Ian.
Fast RMX is good.
But Zelda is the game that they held back from the Wii U for obvious reasons, because they had to make the Switch a success, and it's a success. They're doubling the production amount, and they'll probably sell a good chunk of that doubling this year. So I think they'll be fine, because there's a lot of people that remember Mario Kart 8. I love Mario Kart 8.
Oh yeah,
on the Wii U.
It's a fucking fantastic.
You know what the problem is? Not a lot of people had the Wii U, so there's gonna be people that are gonna discover this game for the first time. This is like a fucking promo for them, but the people will be discovering this game for the first time on the Switch, because on the Wii, the biggest selling title, almost 40 million, was Mario Kart Wii. 40 million, and I think on the Wii U it went down to like 9 or 10, or a little bit less. That's an awful drop off.
You make a good point that I was too dumb to see there, and you're right. This is going to be the first time a lot of people play Mario Kart 8.
And plus, they're probably they're going to add in, I think, the DLC.
It's the original game, all the original DLC, and more characters,
and a proper battle mode. I think
a proper battle mode
with real battle mode tracks.
And it was originally rumored to have additional tracks too, but actually that might just be they said that there was going to be more DLC.
Either way,
anyways,
that'll carry it, I think, to the summer. Splatoon 2. That's more of a game that doesn't appeal to everyone, but it appeals to a swath of people, but not like Mario Kart does. And then once you get to the fall, we'll see what's there, and then you have the home run that hopefully it has to come out before Christmas. Mario Odyssey, it has to. I don't care if they.
No, they're already crunching on it. They're calling it Mario Time.
Mario Time.
That's what they're referring to crunch time as on Mario. Instead of calling it crunch time, they're calling it Mario.
So they realize that this has to come out to sell the system.
When they're working late nights and nonstop shifts right now on Mario, they're calling it Mario Time.
So we'll see. But yes, going back to the 3DS real quick, so I think we should speak to this more. This is of course goodwill to the third-party developers that have kept 3DS afloat for the past 5 years. The reason it's a success because it's a success is because of the third-party support.
I rub my 3DS on my dong all the time.
But even though the 3DSs are not selling as well because everyone has one that wants one, they've sold a ton, and Nintendo has to respect that, obviously, and these developers think that, we're going to still make money, we're going to make games for it. So I think that 3DS development is going to go well into next year, I think. And then it'll probably die off.
Yeah, there's not a lot of like digital titles, and I think I read somewhere that there's like nothing else on the virtual console on the horizon, but we will. I guarantee you this, and this is kind of how it always seems to go with consoles, especially if you're an RPG fan, you're lucky because you always see some RPGs come out at the tail end of a system's lifespan, and there's going to be some good ones.
Well, plus remember, the 3DS for a smaller developer is going to be still simple to develop for versus going up to the Switch.
Cheaper, exactly,
and cheaper. So it's less risk to them, less resources. They can probably sell it at a lower price. Nintendo still gets a cut of that, if it's a digital download or whatever. So I mean, there's no reason not to stop selling games for a successful system.
And I think one last important point to make is it gives Nintendo a little bit more breathing room on deciding what the hell their actual plan is going forward. Are they actually going to use the Switch as a replacement for both home and portable, or what?
I think it'll probably depend upon these third-party developers.
Almost everyone I know who has a Switch rarely docks it. I think it really. I mean,
it's a little dangerous to have that be toting that around like you would a 3DS though, because it's a lot bigger. It can be
no, I realize it, and I mean, I obviously know that people do dock it, but I know a lot of people play it on the comfort of their couch in portable mode.
What if they shrink that fucker down in a couple of years? The technology always shrinks. It's cheaper. I'm just saying.
And I believe on April 19th, you'll be able to buy separate docks, which leads me to believe that they might start selling it separately.
Well, you could before, but now they're coming back into stock. The
okay.
The docks were very, I think, limited before, which shows me that the reason they're limited, they're having trouble obviously keeping up the pace of producing these things, and of course you'd want the main systems to sell first. But yes, you want to have some households are going to have buy an extra dock, but they're like $90, so that's going to deter a lot. But yeah, why not? If you have like upstairs, downstairs, you don't want to unplug the dock, why not? So I'm excited about those the neon Joy-Cons to go with arms though. That's not a gimmick. Oof.
The banana yellow.
Sure.
God, I'm dying. Let's move on.